What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of GOAT Talk. This past Sunday, we had the Super Bowl between the Rams and the Bengals, so let's get right into it.
Fuck Eli Apple.
Bro, that man is trash.
He's
bad.
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, no matter how long it is after the Super Bowl, everyone will be waiting for him to tweet just to bash him.
He could send a tweet like 6 months later, he's still going to get cooked.
You see the Ravens were tweeting out the whole game? Like they were just
Chiefs, Hardman, shit.
This man could post a picture of a newborn baby.
And
then everyone will throw a piece of toast on the baby's face.
Have we checked on this yet? Has he thrown anything out?
No,
I stay on his Twitter every day.
He can't put anything out. He's not good. He talks so much, but he can't back it up. He's garbage.
I really wish he was covering Odell on that first touchdown.
Yeah, I know. That would have been sick. He said he told their DC he wanted to cover him the whole game.
It made up for it that he was covering Coop on the game-winning touchdown.
There was a stat. I don't think I retweeted or anything. How bad Eli Apple was.
Yeah. He's always been horrible. Everywhere he went, he's been horrible.
Yeah, he's bad in general, but you see this man with the game on the line covering the best wide receiver in football this year. Obviously, you're going to target him. Without a doubt. It's an easy game winner.
Go after him. Was he guarding Coop the whole game? Cooper Cup?
No,
I think they were doing zone. I think they were doing like shadows and everything like that.
But Aaron Donald, though, that man cannot be stopped.
Dude,
this guy over here is very, very mad that he did not win the MVP.
I believe he should have won the Super Bowl MVP. I might have had a bet on it. Maybe that's why. But I strongly believe he should have won the Super Bowl MVP.
I think he should have won it too.
No,
I mean, Cooper Cup, great game.
What were his stats in the Super Bowl?
I gotta pull him up.
He had like 2 or 3 tackle for losses, 2 sacks.
I know he had the game-winning play basically. He took Burrow down on that fourth.
Yeah, that was the game-winning.
Like,
I mean, you can't really call it a sack.
You even don't notice him. He's getting double teamed.
Double, triple teamed. Yeah.
That man cannot be stopped.
He definitely had a case to win it, but I think Coop definitely.
I mean, 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
2 touchdowns, and they couldn't stop.
90
last
yards.
drive down the field, he went. You had like
8 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, come on, that's
and
you put
the
the team on
majority
the
of that
back.
came in the last drive of the game. He just kept feeding down Cooper Cup down.
Coop
the
was
field.
going off that last
He
drive.
had Aaron Donald finished with 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and an assist. I mean, it's not.
That's good, but
it's
I wouldn't
good,
say it's MVP.
but yeah, I mean,
I'd give it to Cooper
MVP.
Cup over that 100%.
But now, staying with Aaron Donald, see the best defensive player of all time?
I think at the end of his career, he will be.
Definitely. I saw another a picture today. It's like he's been in the NFL for 8 years.
8 years.
7 Pro Bowls, 7 first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
3 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Yeah,
that's just
looking at his accolades, he's got 98 career sacks. If he comes back, he's obviously going to get over 100. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time first-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, 1-time NFL sacks leader, 6 10-plus sack seasons, a Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2010 All-Decade Team, and now a Super Bowl champ.
Yeah,
I mean, the resume is ridiculous.
He is ridiculous.
If not the best, without a doubt, top 3 defensive player of all time.
Oh, easily.
Like he's just a freak.
And he's 30 years old, right?
But he's talking about retirement since they won.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he will. I don't think he should either. You got 99 career sacks. You got to get to 100.
I feel like over the past few years, I feel like more and more players have gone towards that.
At a younger
the early retirement. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
He was riddled with injuries.
Before
Yeah,
that,
same thing with Andrew Luck.
But even before that, you had fucking Calvin do it.
A lot of people are going towards the early retirement. I don't believe Donald should, though.
He missed 2 games in his career and they weren't injury related.
No.
Yeah.
Dude's a
It's
freak.
more of the head injuries. That's the problem.
I mean, he hasn't had any. So
I mean, I think he's good.
Yeah.
He's just so good. Like someone said before, it doesn't matter how many guys you throw on him. He's going to get through.
Oh, yeah.
The Bengals had 3 guys on him.
Yeah, and it showed Bengals. The Bengals O-line is not good, but
no. And then switching to that side.
When you're playing Aaron Donald, you have to have at least 2 bodies.
Yeah.
Joe Burr. Wait, is this started?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty. What do you guys think of his performance in the Super Bowl?
I mean, looking at his stats, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say he had a bad game. Obviously he did his all to win. Looking at his stats, 22 for 33, 263 yards and a touchdown. I mean, the man was sacked 7 times.
Yeah,
7 times
his
he was
offensive
sacked.
line, just like all season, has not helped him out. I'm still surprised they've made it as far as they
Oh,
did
absolutely.
with the offensive line.
He was sacked
problems they've had
70
this
times
season.
this season. This whole season, sacked 70 times.
What was the second highest? Who got sacked? The
I
second
don't.
highest?
I don't even know.
Oh,
But
that
that number
70
is-
times is a lot.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
wonder what
lot.
that number is.
I don't know, dude. I just feel like you said, it's incredible that they even made it this far with that
yeah.
offense line, and their defense isn't even all that great. You got
Yeah.
Eli Apple starting for you. Your
Yeah.
defense is terrible.
You know what else sucks? If it comes out that he tore his ACL, man, that's gonna suck.
They came out
Yeah.
today. He has a knee injury, but it doesn't require surgery.
Still,
Oh,
if
okay,
even
okay.
it, like, because not all ACL tears or any tears always require surgery. Like, if it's not fully torn,
I
obviously.
mean,
they're
he
not
looked
gonna
fine. He was like
go
crunking
in.
in the locker room.
He
after they-
That's
screamed.
gonna, if he loses
Once he
another
got hit,
season
he held
from
his
that,
knee and he screamed.
Yeah, but like after they won in the locker room, he was like crunking and shit. Like he was going wild.
Well, they probably injected him with some
Probably.
cortisone or
No,
something
we're
like
talking about
that.
Joe Shiesty right now.
Oh, I thought you were
Not
talking about
OBJ.
Odell.
Oh no,
No,
we're talking about Joe
OBJ
Burrow.
tore his ACL.
But yeah,
he tore
I
his
mean,
ACL.
switching over to that, that's. I mean, I had OBJ's over in yards. He was 10 yards away, and then he went down. It
Yeah,
sucks that he tore his
that's-
ACL.
I
Especially
think
in his first ever Super Bowl like that. That's
I
horrible.
think that injury changed the whole like complexion of the game. Changed the whole direction.
Made it closer because
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
if
no,
OBJ
100%.
stays in that game, I think they
Yeah.
just run away.
Oh yeah.
The over hits,
Oh, yeah.
OBJ's
hits.
yards hits.
Yeah.
They cover the -4.
We only need
And-
a touchdown for the over, so.
Yeah, I know, but I think not Joe Burrow. I think Odell coming out, that definitely made it a closer game.
Yeah, 'cause then
Definitely
you
hurt
had-
them.
We were, I mean, me, you, and Justin were here watching it, and who was that one receiver? I don't even know how to say his last name. Number 18 on the Rams, dude. He
Oh.
just kept getting the ball thrown to him, and that
yeah.
was
Bricks for
brick-
hands.
yeah,
though.
bricks
for
hands,
Bricks for
man.
hands.
But now with
Bricks, man.
OBJ tearing his ACL, what happens next? He's a free agent.
You know, I saw something ESPN. I think it was on Instagram, and it was like the best fit for him. It was the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah.
So he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl. When does he even play next year?
It depends on how quick his recovery time is. He
Probably-
could be back
could
for
be
the
like
beginning of the
8
next.
yeah, it
he
like
could be
7,
back.
8 months.
I mean, I saw before the Super Bowl, Odell said that LA is the place for him and he wants to stay in LA. But now it's on the Rams if they re-sign him since he's a free agent coming off a torn ACL.
You also have
And-
Robert Woods for them too coming
Coming
off
back,
ACL,
yeah.
So
Yeah, I could see them letting Odell walk.
I mean, if
Really?
they re-sign him, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Odell, and then Van Jefferson's your fourth, like that's a solid
Yeah,
receiving
but I just feel
core.
like they just don't need Odell. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I mean,
I feel like whenever you get those teams where you feel like the receiving core is like nasty, they just never pan out to what you expect them to
Yeah.
be. Too.
yeah.
It's always these receiving cores. Like, I mean, if you look at what I know, Aaron Rodgers is the reason that those guys are good. But if you look at what he has with like Lazard and all those guys, like none of them are top receivers on any other team.
Nah.
Yeah.
But
Besides the
they're a very good
Yeah.
receiving core with Aaron Rodgers. But I just feel like when you get these 3 or 4 guys that could be number ones on different teams and you have them all on one team, it just never pans out how everybody expects. Like,
Right.
it's just not.
You got to think at his price too.
Yeah.
You'd probably get Odell.
But
by-
What is it-
can he demand that much coming off a
No,
torn
He
ACL?
can't. But the
Yeah,
question is, what is he
exactly.
looking for? Is he looking for a 1-year prove-it deal? Is he looking to stay somewhere for a few years? That's.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's
also what
saying
looking
LA's
for.
his spot,
I
feel
think
like
he's looking
he'd
for a
probably
multi-year
Take cut.
deal.
multi-year, but like he'll probably take a cut and not take a
it's-
huge.
Well, not even a
Yeah.
contract. He's not
you
going to
know?
be worth what he was.
Well, yeah.
You know, leaving.
But there's
New
probably
York.
teams that would pay more than what LA is going to
I
be
don't
willing
know.
to pay
Is
for
he
him.
still a number
Some-
one?
Even as a number 2, he'll be number 3 on that team when Robert Woods is back. If he comes
Yeah.
off that, if they're
Yeah, I
both
don't-
coming off the torn
Well,
ACLs.
didn't the Rams trade for Odell while Robert Woods was still
No,
not
he was
injured?
hurt.
Odell.
Was he
And
injured?
and
He was hurt.
they didn't trade for
Yeah,
Odell.
Odell was released.
He was
Oh,
a
yeah,
free
yeah,
agent.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they signed
Robert Woods
him.
was already
I-
hurt. I was already crying about it because he's on my fantasy
Yeah.
team.
I thought
So.
they got him
Nah,
before Woods got him.
No,
No.
it's a couple weeks after.
that's probably the main reason why they got him.
Yeah.
If Woods
Yeah.
stays healthy, they're probably not even going after Odell.
He goes to Green Bay if Robert Woods is healthy. I can guarantee you that.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
probably.
Green Bay
yeah.
wins the Super Bowl.
But I mean,
honestly,
like,
if he wants to stay in LA, they might give him like a 1-year prove-it deal, up his worth, try to get his long-term deal the next offseason.
How old is he now?
Getting decently up there.
but is giving him a 1-year deal worth it?
That's what I'm
because
saying.
who
It
knows
depends-
how
I don't-
long he's going to be
depends on
out for and
on the
everything.
price.
I also don't know what the Rams' books look like right now, like what their salary cap looks like.
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
they
I mean,
to
they have
re-sign,
they have a
who-
couple months before they have to like go out there and be like, "Yo, like we're gonna sign you," and at
Yeah.
that point, you'll know how long his recovery is gonna be.
Yeah.
Like obviously, you don't know the exact date, but in a month or two, when he's already starting his rehab or whatever, it depends if he gets surgery, when he gets surgery. At that point, he'll know like, all right, I'm gonna be out 6 months, I'm gonna be out 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, whatever it ends up being. So.
And I mean, like, staying on that side of the ball with the Rams, I don't know if you guys seen everything that's been going on with Twitter with Richard Sherman. He's going on a big rant about, is Stafford a Hall of Famer?
Oh, I honestly did not see this on Twitter.
Oh, dude, he was going crazy, saying, like, a Super Bowl does not make him a Hall of Famer. He's been mediocre his whole career. He said Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer over him just because Matt Ryan has an MVP.
I did see that.
I
and
mean-
I saw like, I don't remember
I mean,
everything
I
he
would
was
not
saying,
say
but
Matt Stafford's been.
He's a what? He's a
He's-
one-time Pro Bowler, right?
Yeah.
Pro Bowls don't matter though.
Well,
I don't think they
that's
do
like his
either.
accolades. He doesn't have much to his name.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's top 10 all-time in yards. He's top 10
yeah, like,
all-time
he's
in passing
he's
touchdowns.
been the most underrated quarterback of this generation by far.
I
He's
agree
been
with that, too.
He's been so dug deep in that horrible organization we call the Lions.
Yeah.
He was the golden child there because literally he gave them mediocrity, which the Lions have been probably the worst organization in football if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
20
And
years.
Calvin
man.
Johnson. I mean,
Yeah. And they
uh,
still could barely win playoff games with a very, very good quarterback. Like Matt Stafford, especially at the time, was definitely an elite quarterback in my mind.
yeah, I agree with that. And I'm so happy he got a Super Bowl. Like, I think he deserved it, especially
Oh,
being a
yeah.
Georgia boy. And even
Oh,
like
yeah.
this, like, I got my Georgia Sony Michel jersey on. He didn't do anything, but my boy's a Super Bowl champ now.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was no
but-
running on either side of the ball. There.
Nah.
Mixon didn't have a horrible game. But
He had a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Cincinnati stopped the run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
before we get like further into anything else, what Sherman said about Stafford, he said, no all-decade team, not an all-pro, or he has no all-pros. He's doesn't have any MVPs, one Pro Bowl, not the MVP of the Super Bowl, and he's never been considered the best in any year that he played.
That is true. I probably would have never considered him the best. But we've also had, I think, 2 quarterbacks have those reigns for the last 20 years. We're
Yeah.
talking about best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I think it was always bounced
Maybe
back.
over the past few years we'll add Pat Mahomes to that conversation.
Yeah.
And then, I
Who
mean,
was the
even when
best that
when
year.
Stafford comes into the league, you still got Peyton. Peyton's still
Yeah.
in the league, so
Yeah.
you know he's running stuff.
The thing
Like,
with Stafford, yeah, he
Breeze,
was never,
yeah, Breeze is
Stafford
still in
was
the
never
league.
Peyton Manning. He was never any of these guys. But
yeah,
I think he's better than guys like a guy like I know you guys are probably gonna disagree with me, but the guy like Eli Manning.
I mean, Eli is going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think we all know
oh yeah,
that. But
because of his Super Bowl.
First ballot.
yeah.
I mean, I also think an underrated quarterback, and I would take Stafford over him. You might not agree. He does have an MVP, but I would take Stafford over Matt Ryan.
I probably would too.
All time?
I probably would too.
I would.
Probably.
I
Dude,
think
like
Stafford
Matt
over
Ryan
his
has an
career has been
MVP,
better.
yeah, and he made it to the Super Bowl. Like, we all know what happened. Like, he should have won that Super Bowl, but overall consistency and everything, I'd take Stafford over Matt Ryan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you can't even say that Stafford had a better team because he was on the Lions his whole career.
Oh,
And then the
team
first
was
year,
worse.
I mean, the Lions were definitely worse than the Falcons.
Yeah, over the last 20, dude. You
Like,
can look at
easily.
it. The Lions are horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Without
Made the
Stafford, they
playoffs like once, right?
Yeah, like,
And then what? They also had, what,
Megatron.
4 winless seasons? Like, they're
a horrible,
horrible
organization. They've
yeah.
done I mean, they didn't do Matt Stafford dirty, but
I mean, they
did
kind
not.
of did. They could have drafted something for
Yeah,
him.
they didn't give him anything to
Yeah.
work with.
You
And
gave
he's
him
always been a
I mean,
very
you
good
gave him one of
quarterback.
the best receivers of all time, but you got no one blocking for him. You got one receiver, so everybody knows where the ball's going. He's got no
Yeah.
one else to throw
And he
the ball
hasn't
to.
even had. He retired early because he was
Yeah.
done with the Lions organization.
Yeah.
And then, what was the Kenny Galladay? He was around.
Yeah, and
But
Yeah.
He wasn't like.
He
I mean,
was.
Kenny Galladay was good.
He
man.
was good with
he
the
was
Lions.
good.
Also
He
getting hurt
was.
too, left and right back. His last couple years with Detroit, he was getting hurt left and right.
He was a very good player.
Yeah, I
Brian
mean,
loved
he
that
wasn't
guy.
bad at all with the
Fantasy.
Lions, though, but him and Megatron never played together, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think
No,
they
Kenny
ever played
Galladay's
together.
only. He's not that far into his career in the league. What,
like
like
8 years.
maybe? Dude, I saw I think it was a tweet saying that if the Bengals would have picked, do you guys remember? Okay, so they took Jamar Chase over that
The-
offensive
yeah,
tackle
from Oregon.
Sewell from
Yeah.
Oregon,
Mhm.
who's a beast. He's on the Lions right now.
He actually had a good year.
I saw a tweet saying that they fucked up by taking Chase because Sewell would have protected Burrow and they would have won the Super Bowl because of it, and that was their only chance because of how good the AFC is.
I don't agree with that.
'Cause
If
they
they
don't
don't
get to
take
the
Chase,
Super
they're
Bowl
not in the
without
Super
Chase.
Bowl. Yeah.
I
They
mean,
do not get there without
Like,
him.
there's no way they're in the Super Bowl without Jamar Chase.
you have one lineman. He's not going to protect the whole line.
The man won Offensive Rookie of the Year for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's a huge playmaker for that team and that organization.
Yeah. Matt Stafford's
Like-
5 yards away from 50,000 yards, passing yards on his
Yeah.
career.
And he's going to
I
obviously
mean, I
break
can do
that.
with my eyes closed.
And, I know there was
He's had
I
over
saw a
300
debate.
passing touchdowns too.
Like you brought up Eli before, there was a big debate in the comments of like Richard Sherman's tweets today. I was reading all of it on Eli versus Stafford, and people
Yeah.
like, oh, Eli's got the 2 rings. I respect him for it. He did beat Brady
Super Bowl
at a
MVPs.
9-7 team. He went on and beat Brady. In my opinion, he did have the best defense in the league that year.
Eli even said
But-
it himself. Like he said,
But
carried
someone
him.
tried arguing that Eli is top 10 all time in yards and touchdowns when Stafford is right behind him and he's gonna break Eli's. He's gonna pass Eli by flying colors.
But
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls.
The
mean
2
a
Super
lot.
Bowls is what.
Eli
Oh,
also
absolutely.
has the best pass
that
in
also-
NFL history. That pass to Manningham on the sideline
Yeah,
against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I thought you were gonna say how much catch. I was like,
No,
that was not the pass.
The
That was the
sideline
catch.
pass. That pass. The catch, incredible. That pass was fucking absolutely
Eli
insane.
Also, I saw another stat. He's got the most passing yards in a Super Bowl winning season.
Oh, those two, the two playoff runs
From
that
Eli.
Eli went on, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like his numbers in the playoffs, that he really stepped up in those 2 playoff runs. Obviously, to win a Super Bowl, the quarterback has to step up. in
Yeah,
some way.
and I mean to win both of them against Brady.
That's 15 and
Like,
Tom Brady.
yeah,
team.
like- So I'm not gonna say
At
like
that point, 18
But we're
Eli like is gonna be a Hall of Famer. I absolutely will
Yeah.
not take that away from him, but I think Stafford will be too.
Yeah, I
Do you
hope.
think he's going to be a Hall of Famer?
I think he will be. He's not done. He's not
Yeah,
retiring.
not done. And
He's
they're
got a
gonna
couple
have-
more years to improve and everything, and that
Yeah, he's
team,
just gonna up his numbers.
that team's gonna
Especially
stay
playing in
solid.
LA.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance he could get another Super Bowl ring
That
before he
LA
retires.
team's been solid for how many years, dude? Too?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna continue to be doing.
Yeah.
what
And
they're
they
doing.
also have probably a top 3 coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
very
denying.
true.
that.
Especially
That
with
man brought
Brady
Jared Goff to a
retiring.
Super Bowl. Come on.
Now look at him.
You got
Well,
got Brady retiring. That just helps them repeating at NFC. You got the
Oh, yeah.
Packers.
Also,
you got them.
Yeah,
Well,
but I mean,
then-
you
well,
have
then
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers is
most
leaving.
likely leaving, and
All
then
right, if he
he's-
stays.
if he leaves, he's going to the AFC.
I think Aaron Rodgers is leaving.
I mean
So-
that's just silly on his part. He's not coming out on
No,
top
it's
of
not.
the AFC.
It's not his decision.
It's not
that's
happening.
not the thing. They won't trade him to an NFC team because they don't want to have to compete against.
Well,
him
yeah,
for
I mean that
playoffs
makes
and stuff like
sense.
that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna trade him. To
I mean,
an
you
AFC
you
team.
trade Rodgers, you're not gonna have to worry about that because you're not gonna make the playoffs. So
I'd
you
be-
don't have to worry about versing
I'd be
him.
very surprised if Aaron Rodgers is in Green Bay starting next
Agreed.
season.
And Devontae.
And Devontae
Mm.
too.
So now talking about this, switch over to the offseason expectations. Obviously, Rodgers is the number 1 name out there, and what happens with him and everything.
Denver.
You think Denver?
see,
I think he's going to
he just
Denver.
bought the house
At
down in
Tennessee. Yeah.
I don't where.
Which see
Tanne-
now,
where
if he
does
goes
Tan-
to Tennessee,
where does Tannehill go?
Do we
Washington?
care? That guy's Washington.
Washington football.
Washington?
Work.
I
They're
don't-
gonna be
come
like
on. I'd
Commanders.
rather have Heineke.
Commander. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're not-
It's not anything.
They're gonna-
None of them are anything.
if
man.
they don't sign someone, they're gonna
Dwayne
draft
Haskins.
a quarterback. They draft a quarterback this year.
Haskins,
I
no.
guarantee it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Still got
Ohio,
Pittsburgh.
Ohio State quarterbacks do not.
Yeah,
work.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
a good
wouldn't be a
quarterback
bad
goes
Pittsburgh
there,
is a
man.
great spot.
That
That's
team is
another
ready.
spot.
That team
That
is
team's
ready.
ready.
You also got Jimmy G out there.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
I
Jimmy
could see.
G.
I could see.
Jimmy G's going to Pittsburgh. That's what I think.
I could see that.
I could
I
see-
could see them signing Jimmy G and drafting Pickett
Yeah. The hometown guy.
if he doesn't go before their pick.
Yeah.
Because I saw a very early mock draft today that he went the pick before them
Pickett's,
I don't know.
he's a
I
QB,
think-
right?
from
If
the
that-
University of Pittsburgh.
If Aaron Rodgers, if Pittsburgh somehow got their hands on Aaron Rodgers, I think they're very very dangerous.
Oh,
team.
absolutely.
So
Same thing with
Very
Tennessee.
dangerous
Tennessee,
team.
too.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Broncos.
Tennessee,
You ain't
I
gotta
just
worry
don't
about
see
them
that
if they
happen.
get
I
Aaron
think they're
Rodgers.
going to stick with
I
I mean,
Tannehill.
if the Broncos get Aaron Rodgers and Devontae, then you have to worry.
Well,
about it.
yeah. I mean,
Even
obviously,
so,
but
like I
is their
said bef-
defense all that?
I don't think their defense was bad.
Yeah,
this
it
year.
The
wasn't
Packers'
bad.
defense, they were good, but they weren't all that like these other
Yeah.
defenses.
It's
I
like
mean,
when
I
Aaron
loved-
Rodgers here. This
But
man
that's what
is
I'm saying.
different.
That's what, like, when I said before, yeah, he had Devontae, but then look at the receivers behind Devontae that he made those guys good. Lazard, MVS.
I mean, even if Devontae
If
doesn't
he-
follow him, let's say he goes to Denver and Devontae leaves Green Bay but doesn't go to Denver per se, you still got Cortland Sutton.
I was
You got
gonna
Jerry
say,
Judy.
Cortland Sutton, Jerry
Like,
Judy,
it's a
Tim
good-
Patrick.
Tim
like, he's
Patrick,
got
Noah
guys that-
Fant.
Who's the guy from Penn State that's on?
Deshaun Hamilton.
Noah Fant's a good
They-
tight end. Like,
they
I
have
love
good receivers.
the Broncos defense personally.
KJ Hamler
yes.
also. There's
Oh,
two.
KJ
of them. There's two
Hammer,
of them.
yeah.
There's
KJ
two
Hammer.
Penn State receivers.
That's
on
what I
that
was
team.
thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm personally not a big fan of the Broncos defense. I think if they get Rodgers, then they build it up in the draft and whatnot.
Probably.
Last year, though, I loved their pick of Patrick Surtain. I think he's an
Yeah.
outstanding
He's a
corner,
very good
and he
corner.
had a good year for his rookie year. I
Talking
love
about
that pick.
Going back to the Broncos getting Rodgers, if that happened, that's 2 times they look out. Getting Peyton going to a Super Bowl and
Yeah.
Rodgers. And
Imagine
that'd be
imagine Aaron Rodgers takes him and wins the Super Bowl. That'd be fun.
He needs one bad.
Dude,
That's one good
Rodgers
front
is
office if that happens,
Needs
man.
another
I
one.
mean, you got Elway. Elway's running the show. He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
So
But I mean, why is he like stick to the NFC, dude?
he's not. Well, that's.
I
it's
don't
not his
need more
choice.
hurdles
It's not
for
his
Josh
choice.
Allen.
Alright.
I don't need that.
So number 1 free agent, we all know Devontae Adams. Where do you guys think he's gonna go?
I saw a lot of things with
I saw the Raiders.
the Raiders because of Derek Carr.
Yeah, because
But then-
that was just.
But is
college.
Derek Carr gonna stay?
I
That's
just saw
the
another
thing.
thing.
Well,
His price tag
if
is
he
at like
does,
40.
Derek Carr was his
30 mil.
college.
Like I see him
quarterback.
leaving. I don't think they resign him.
If-
I don't know if he even wants to be there anymore.
If they could bring in Devontae Adams, do you think Derek Carr's gonna want to stay?
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah.
that
He's
absolutely.
gonna want to stay. He's like, okay, I got weapons now.
But I mean, besides the Raiders, where Devontae goes?
I think, like we really just said, nobody really has any clue unless
Yeah.
he follows Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I think he wants to be with Rodgers, but if that
I mean,
doesn't work
absolutely.
out, I can see him going to like the Raiders.
I mean, he
he's
could-
gonna want to go to a team with a quarterback. He's not
Yeah.
gonna want to play with a team without a quarterback.
But he's gonna want to go
I mean,
somewhere where
we
he's
would-
gonna be the number 1. I can guarantee you
He's
that.
the number
Like,
one.
Well, he's
Everywhere.
number 1 in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if he, like, say he went somewhere that has another good receiver, like say
Like,
God,
say he went
Yeah.
to say he came to Buffalo.
there you go.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
He's
Obviously, it's
getting
not gonna happen. But
half
just
of
an
his-
example.
Not
Diggs
half
is
his
still
targets. A lot
good,
of his
though.
targets
Oh,
are getting
absolutely.
taken away from him. You know. So
Diggs-
Diggs is a top 10 receiver in the league.
yeah, but exactly. Diggs is better than anybody on Green Bay. Like
Besides
Under-
Devontae.
Besides
Yeah. Oh,
Devontae.
obviously.
Stephon
Yeah.
Diggs is
So
better
is
than
Gabriel
most
Davis.
teams number
Dude,
1.
I love Gabe
No,
Davis.
Lazard's not that bad anymore, but I mean that he's the number 1. Obviously, you got Chris Godwin, who's gonna be a free agent.
Coming off a
Penn
torn
State boy.
ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another one.
yeah, Penn
Another
State boy.
ACL that got.
I
Like,
see a lot of talk that he's gonna re-sign with Tampa Bay. I mean, that's what I think he's gonna do.
I mean, probably because I mean there was talks about him leaving last year and going to Jacksonville.
Let's talk about
And then-
another team ready to win now with a quarterback, Tampa Bay.
who's gonna throw to him? You got Mike Evans.
I know.
Godwin,
I mean, I know. Matt said before they were looking at maybe a reunion with Jameis, but
Jabu.
again, he's coming off a torn ACL. There's so many people coming off torn ACLs this year. Like I think this offseason is gonna be one of the craziest.
that whole
ever.
friction with
Kyler
Kyler
Murray,
too,
yeah.
man.
That's what I was
that
gonna
was
say.
I
another
don't. I
rumor.
doubt he leaves.
I think
I don't think he's
I think it's
like there's
I
no
think
way
it's just
he
smoke in
leaves.
the water. I think
Yeah.
it's just,
100%.
I mean,
but that'd be crazy.
if you
That'd
have
be.
beef with your franchise. I mean, that's a big deal.
But that could be.
With
It,
Aaron
it
Rodgers.
could,
Well, because he's probably upset that they can't hold on for a whole season. They blow it in the playoffs, but
it's
he's not
probably-
helping their
yeah,
case.
it's
He had a
also
terrible
not-
playoff
Yeah,
it
game.
was
it's-
terrible.
Terrible
It's
playoff
probably
game.
something that got leaked that is really not as serious as
No,
the
I
media's
don't
putting it
think
out
so.
there to be.
And it's always the media sees these guys talking at the Pro Bowl. It's like, oh, they want to play with
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
It's like it's every year right after the
Yeah,
Pro Bowl.
so that could be. Hey, it could be real. Kyler, something
Well,
big could happen.
Didn't he unfollow them and all
He,
that?
he deleted
That happened.
everything.
Yeah, that
Cardinals.
did happen.
That-
But
I
the
mean,
the
a lot
media
of
gets so
players do
involved. Like
that.
at the Super Bowl in LA, Josh Allen was with George Kittle at a club. They posted an Instagram
Uh-oh.
story. Immediately, the media is like, Kittle to Buffalo. Kittle. It's like, no, his contract is locked in with the 49ers for now. Like,
the NFL.
Yeah, but when you're going on and unfollowing like your team that you're on, to
That-
a lot,
yeah,
of,
I
a
mean-
lot of players have
That's
done
not a
that.
good look.
Like
no,
it
it's
happens a
not
lot
at all.
more than you think.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he took down all the pictures of the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals took down all their pictures besides him.
Yeah.
So their Instagram is all pictures of Kyler Murray. Like they obviously
Nice,
they're not
yeah.
gonna let him walk.
Yeah, it's something.
There's no way
it's-
he
it's
walks.
all smoke being blown right now in that case. I don't think Kyler's going anywhere. I don't think there's any beef between anyone. I think I think a report leaked of him probably getting mad at losing a playoff game, and then it just got taken.
if
from
the
there.
Cardinals do anything, dude, it's gonna be them getting a new head coach.
Yeah. What I see being this offseason, what I think is gonna happen, McCaffrey's gone. I think he gets traded.
That'd be crazy.
Really?
I think they move him.
What do you think about Saquon? Do you think
I think he's
that the new head of the ship, they're getting rid of Saquon?
send him to the Bills.
I saw that. I don't like
That's
the
scary
decision.
team.
If the Giants were to get rid of Saquon, I don't like the decision, just because it's a proven fact. When Saquon's playing, they're a better football team.
I mean, obviously.
They have they're averaging like 100 more passing yards a game when he's playing in the game.
Yeah.
Even if his numbers didn't look good after his injury and
He
stuff,
does-
he's still a target where other defenses are focusing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna have to pay the kid.
I could see him
I
saying.
mean, he
the
lost a
money right
lot
now.
of money with his injuries. I
Yeah.
can tell you that. He's still gonna ask for a pretty penny, but he's
I think if you're the Giants and you're rebuilding, I think he's where you start him and your last year
still young,
quarterback,
man.
Daniel Jones. This is last
but
year to prove himself.
in a rebuild, do you sign a guy, a running back, long term? Like running back, in my opinion, is one of the least important
It's
positions when it
the
comes
most
to a
replaceable
winning
position
team.
in the league.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
why if you want to rebuild, I think
If
you
you want to
clear.
rebuild, if you think you can go out next year, make a couple signings, draft a couple guys, and you guys can at least compete next year, okay, Saquon's a
I
I
mean,
mean, I think it's possible.
It's
Because what
possible.
was this Saquon's second injury?
Yeah,
He's-
2 years in a row.
he,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
lost a lot of his agility,
he
and
tore
that
his
was his
ACL
biggest
and
thing.
Yeah.
he like completely blew up his ankle against the Cowboys.
Do you keep paying someone a bag
I'm paying
that-
Saquon Barkley. I'm paying
that
him
has
the
I
money.
mean,
such
dude,
a
He
likeliness
kept getting
of getting
he
hurt?
kept getting injured in my Madden franchise, and then I gave him the bag, and
Oh.
then I won the Super Bowl.
Dude,
So
I gave him like a 7-year like stupid money.
I
99
so did I,
overall, he's locked.
and then he retired after 8 years.
But
I mean, that's my big thing on why I see McCaffrey being moved is like they're gonna clear house
That's a
and
different
rebuild
story.
Think
and
so?
actually build a rebuild.
that McCaffrey
They need
story,
to.
because he's literally hurt every year. He's good for like 7
I think they
games.
do.
Yeah.
I think they, dude. It's so many of these
Who's their
teams. Like
replacement?
if you just get a quarterback, a good quarterback,
bad.
He's not
it
bad.
solves
He's
so many
He's-
problems.
he's
Like
what,
they don't have
second
that
year?
bad of a defense. They
It
have
was
good
his rookie year.
receivers in DJ Moore,
Moore,
Robbie Anderson,
Yeah.
and they have McCaffrey. And then who's his backup this year?
Hubbard.
Hubbard.
who
Every
was- who
backup
was a
they've had
rookie.
has not been bad.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
come in and done what a running back needs to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're not
like-
McCaffrey, but they've come in and
It's
done the job.
McCaffrey, and it's also their quarterback
Yeah,
situation.
but
Yeah, that's
what
I'm
Yeah.
Their
saying.
quarterback situation's horrible.
Like
Horrible.
when McCaffrey's out this year, which was most of the year, Hubbard played good, and he was a rookie. He
Yeah.
played good.
And I also think the running back position, going back to the least important position in football, in my opinion, is based a lot on your O-line and the team around you.
Well, I think it's
Oh, yeah.
important, but like I said, it's replaceable. Like you got a
That's
McCaffrey,
why-
you got your backup. A kid's out of college, he's putting up a serviceable
Exactly.
year.
It's based on
It's
your
replaceable.
95% of the time. It's based on how good your O-line is. No
I
matter
mean, go look
who
at the
oh, yeah.
Cowboys.
No matter who the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Zeke, insane. Pollard, insane.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
dude.
Pollard actually has been better
generational.
than
Exactly.
Zeke.
Yeah.
So
You think that could be a sneaky move?
What, Zeke out of there?
Zeke?
Yeah,
and them just
riding
Pollard.
Pollard.
I could see it.
It saves him money.
I mean, Zeke. Don't get me wrong. Zeke's still good. He's
Yeah,
gonna be good
I
for
mean,
another
he's
couple of
definitely
years.
good.
But Pollard's younger. He
Costs
seems
less
more.
money.
He costs less money. He seems more agile, more
Yeah, he's-
explosive
yeah.
than
So
So you
Zeke
gotta
now,
realize
now.
with these
So.
teams, like they just threw the bag at Dak, and they're not gonna have. They're a good team. Like they can compete. They're not a great team, but
Yeah.
now you have to make a decision. A lot of your cap is thrown at your quarterback. Do you really want to keep paying your running back that much when you have a lot of other needs at more important positions?
Yeah.
And then think they're gonna have to give CD the fucking bag. soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they want to keep Amari, they're gonna have to give him a bag
Do
too.
they?
Which
keep
I
him?
think Amari's gone.
Yeah, Amari's probably.
You're,
don't think
you're
they
gonna
keep
you're gonna have to not a bag, but you're gonna have to give Dalton Schultz a decent.
Dalton Schultz is
decent
a
amount.
good
Like,
tight
he's a
end,
great
man.
tight end.
He's a top. I'd say like a top 8 tight end in the league.
He's a great tight end, so
That's
you're
why
gonna have to pay him.
The best windows for winning usually are when your quarterback's still on his rookie deal. When you have an elite quarterback still on their
That's
rookie
what,
deal, that is like
Pat
your
Mahomes
best.
the last 2 or 3
Yeah,
years.
that's why your best window for winning. I mean, there's cases like Brady, obviously, that are just dominated the league for 20 years. But for the most part, your best chance of winning if you draft the right quarterback and during his rookie deal, because that's when you could just pound players around. him,
Yeah.
if you have the money to do it, and then you have to give the guy the bag. And I mean, obviously, really good quarterbacks are going to compete their whole career. They're not going to just become a horrible team.
Yeah.
But it's harder to build a complete team around a quarterback that you paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Trey Lance, man.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna
I
be
mean,
fun in
He's
San
gonna get an
Fran.
opportunity.
I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I just don't think he's had enough experience behind somebody.
I mean,
I think that
back.
offense though. I think that offense is the perfect offense to have a young quarterback in.
The
Though,
West
'cause they're-
Coast offense,
yeah.
run and gun. I mean,
like,
play action left and
I
right.
feel like they're very
Definitely
well
is.
coached over there. I feel like
100%.
He's got plenty of
Shanahan's a great
weapons
coach.
around him.
you don't have to be
100%.
Pat Mahomes or like an Aaron Rodgers to
Or Josh
succeed in that
Allen, you don't
offense.
need to be these
I
type
mean,
of
look
dudes.
at Jimmy G did it for
Yeah.
what 2 or 3
Yeah.
years.
And I
like,
personally think Jimmy G's pretty horrible.
he's not
so-
good.
He's
a
a
winner.
dude. He's a winner. He's a winner. I don't care if people hate on him. That man's a winner.
I mean, yeah, he did good there, but he
He did good with the Pats when he got his chance too.
Yeah, but how long was that?
He won games. It doesn't matter how long it was. He won games that he played
He
in.
made the play. I'm pretty sure he was a starting quarterback for like almost a whole year, and they made the playoffs.
Really?
He's a winner. He
When
might,
did
he might
get-
not be able to finish the
Wow.
job, but he
is that when
wins
Brady was
games.
suspended?
I don't know. He definitely
It might
played
have
during
been,
those
yeah.
4 games. He was suspended with the deflate.
And then they switch over to freaking.
I mean, he's had 2
Garbage
overpowered
coach
defenses
aside.
on both teams he's been on.
Yeah.
Patriots always have an
I would
insane
love
defense.
actually to see Jimmy G on a team where he actually has to carry a team.
Like prove himself.
Yeah.
put him on
Would you-
Washington.
would you say him on Pittsburgh? then?
No, because Pittsburgh
No,
has a good
Pittsburgh has
defense
so
too.
many weapons and everything.
Pittsburgh's a
That's
really
why
good
I
and
think
they have insane receivers.
I think the
and they have
best
Najee
fit
Harris.
is well, obviously not the best fit for him to succeed would be Pittsburgh, but to prove himself is Washington.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that leaves him in the dust though.
Any quarterback goes
yourself.
there leaves you in the dust.
Bad.
Prove yourself.
The Giants keeping Daniel
Are they
Jones.
are they that bad? Honestly,
Yeah.
their record shows for it, but
Washington's bad. That defense.
dude, they're
horrible.
Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick is not bad two-head running back.
Yeah.
You got Scary
and then
Terry.
You got McLaurin. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're talking
I mean-
about the same situation as Carolina. The quarterback just isn't there, so it doesn't matter what else is there. It's just not going well.
Yeah, I just don't think Washington's honestly that good of a team in general. Just
And
they're
they-
as a
they
whole.
have
They're
a-
missing pieces everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They go out and win a couple games here and there. I mean, look who they have in their division. The Eagles are a team you could beat on any given day, and they have
Yeah.
the Giants too. It's like Cowboys aren't even that good. We all know
Eagles
that.
are in like
Yeah.
their rebuild. I feel like. I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
they're still winning 8-9 games a year.
I mean, they made the playoffs.
That
They got
division.
yeah,
absolutely
they
hammered.
made the
Division's weak.
playoffs. They got destroyed, but yeah, they made the playoffs and they're rebuilding.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I
Well,
think- I
again,
think
look
they're
at-
gonna-
look at the
they're gonna
fucking NFC
compete.
East.
Like I think they'll get like wild card spot for a couple of years or something. Like they'll be able to compete. They're not gonna win anything.
There's
honestly.
definitely a lot of.
But then
question
again,
marks
dude,
this
you
offseason.
didn't think they were gonna win anything with Nick Foles. Like anything could happen in the
Yeah,
NFL.
That's another
Anything
Yeah,
can happen.
That's
That's
a,
nice.
I think the NFL is probably one of the least predictable sports. Now that Tom Brady's not going to be here anymore, it's
Yeah,
it's really going
absolutely,
to throw
dude.
us in for a whirlwind.
All right, Von Miller. I mean, just won the Super Bowl with the Rams. Think he stays? Think he goes
I think
goes
it
back to?
it goes to money.
Yeah, he probably got. But this is second, right?
Yeah.
He probably wants money.
Wouldn't be surprised
Set
if he
his
goes
retirement up.
home to Denver.
He's getting
I was gonna say he might go back to
see
Denver.
that.
He
Back
wanted
home.
to stay in Denver, and then they traded him. He said he thought he was going to be there forever, and
Why
then
would-
they traded him.
If
Why would you want to go back?
if Denver, I mean, it's sometimes I
traded
feel
you.
like
I mean,
They're
man, they
trying-
traded
they-
you to a Super Bowl winning team. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be
they're,
like,
trying,
hey,
they're
guys,
trying
what's
to
up?
rebuild. That's why teams do that. They trade their best players while they
Yeah.
still have value
Yeah.
to rebuild.
Yeah.
So he probably understands that. They probably sat him down way before they were shopping him
Yeah.
and talked to him. Like, or that would have been real doing him dirty if they just he woke up to a tweet one day and was like, oh, guess I'm in LA. Yeah.
I feel like this is like what we talked about last episode with the whole Joe Ingles thing. Like, you're clearing him so you get some capital for him because you know he's going to be a free agent, and then you talk about signing him back at the end of the year.
And we also cited some examples like Aroldis Chapman did that with the Cubs and
Yeah.
Yankees and
I could see him going home if he leaves LA.
I
I
mean,
could see him going
how
Denver.
old is he now?
he's
He's
getting
in
up
his
there.
He's getting old.
He's getting up there, but he's still a solid player.
Denver goes and gets a quarterback. They bring back Von Miller on a nice little 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
can
what I'm
they
saying.
can
Won a
compete.
nice little
I know
Super
a
Bowl.
team here in Jersey that needs an edge rusher.
It's 2 of them.
I was gonna say which one.
They share a stadium, Matt. Both teams need a lot.
Giants need an edge rusher.
I mean,
So
even the Bills. I would love.
I mean-
I would love for the Bills to get an edge rusher in the
If we're-
offseason.
They need one.
We need more
Staying-
pressure on the quarterback.
Staying with edge rusher, Chandler Jones.
He's old, ain't he?
Yeah, dude. I feel
I
like
mean,
he's
he's
an animal.
I think he's
Yeah.
like the same age as Von Miller.
I thought he was a little older than him.
Yes, I
I
thought
mean,
he
the
was
Jets,
up
the
there.
Jets have like the
He's
third
like
most cap in
35
the
in my
league this
mind.
year, man. They're gonna make some moves in free
Bring him in.
agency.
Chandler
I
Jones.
think he's 33.
I mean, from what I'm seeing in the mock drafts,
Chandler Jones is 31. He's almost 32.
From what I'm seeing in the mock drafts,
31.9.
He's 31.9.
That's what it says.
the Lions are gonna get a great one in Aiden Hutchinson in the drafts. Out of Michigan, yeah.
he's beast.
I mean, so
the Jets pretty much have 2 top 10 picks this year.
yeah.
Or around.
Yeah.
Von Miller's 33. Chandler Jones 32.
Jets
Oh,
are up
really?
there, too.
I thought it would be
Jets
the
have
opposite.
like,
Wow,
we
I
have
didn't know
like
that.
7 picks in the
Just
first
look
3
at
rounds or
him,
something like that.
Just
You
looks
got,
old.
I think, like.
So is
3
Chandler
and-
Jones.
We have by however they rank it, the Jets
But
have
he-
the
he was
most
still at Arizona
all-season
this year, right?
points.
Yeah,
What'd he
Between
do?
draft
they have
capital
year?
and cap
decent amount
space.
of picks this year.
They have a good
over
year?
the next 2 years.
Did he have a good year?
Um,
I honestly don't really
This
know
is
what
a
he did
huge
this year.
off-season for this is a huge off-season for the Jets.
Make or break.
We're on to the
Huge
Jets
off-season.
somehow. I don't fucking know
We'll-
how we
we'll
got
talk
there.
About, mock draft.
God.
Yeah, I mean,
We could
This
talk the
Lions is
draft.
second round.
I just want to get through a lot, or not a lot more, but a couple more at least of the free agents.
throw him out.
J.C. Jackson, Patriots.
I think if he signs.
Think so?
Think
Yeah.
so?
I mean,
Unless he
I'd say
hates
it.
Belichick.
Yeah,
I feel like players-wise, you either hate Belichick or you love Belichick.
I think he sees that they could have a good thing going there. Mac Jones
mean,
proves it.
yeah.
I mean, I think he resigns. I think he
They're
sticks
gonna-
around.
They're gonna be a wild card team every year, but you
But
know,
Yeah.
Belichick's
I
a
mean,
winner. He's gonna win
Yeah.
something. He's gonna win games, no matter who he has on that team.
I mean, yeah.
Mike Williams, Chargers.
Resigns.
Yeah.
Dude, him and Herbert are a great connection.
That's very true.
I definitely think he resigns.
I feel like Herbert's just so overshadowed now. Then you got Josh
I know.
Allen.
Because you have
Matt
so much
Mahomes,
talent.
Joe
Not even in the
Burrow,
NFL,
yeah.
just the AFC alone, you have so much
We didn't
young
talk
gun
about it.
talent.
We didn't even talk
I
about
don't.
Herbert
I don't
anymore.
understand. They've started using Mike Williams different, like more like the what's it like the
Deep
what's his
ball,
name?
deep threat.
No, they stopped that and they started going more towards like the slants
Like
and like the shorter
possessions.
shorter routes. And beginning of the year, I mean, I know you had him in fantasy. He was
Yeah.
a monster beginning of the year with his targets. I mean, just everything. He was going off. And then I don't know if they switched up what they were doing, whatever it was, but he seemed like he just fell off. towards the end
I
of the
mean,
year.
the way he ended the year really put me in a tough position because my first keeper is going to be DK Metcalf, obviously. I have no running backs to keep. So now it's like Mike Williams, do I think he picks it up again next year? Or do I trust what happens in Indianapolis with their quarterback situation to keep Pittman? Because Pittman's a great receiver.
Yep.
But what happens with Wentz? And
And Russell
that-
Wilson.
that-
You want to keep
that-
that
okay.
cat.
The
That's a-
quarterback
that's a
carousel
tough-
this year is gonna be wild.
I know everything we talk about just goes back to the quarterback, and,
Yeah.
it's,
I know.
and then we get into every team again.
Well, because the
so-
quarterback's the most important position.
I know it
Yeah.
is.
You definitely
I
keep
mean-
him Metcalf.
Yeah,
we
but
need to get
Russell,
into
but Russell
fantasy.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
That's talking about. I just saw another thing. Talking about
He
trading.
might get. There might be a crazy QB just change
I know
up
there's a
this
team
year.
out in Jersey that needs a quarterback.
Alright.
Always comes back to the team in
Terrible.
Jersey.
It's bad, man.
I mean, Russ he's low key washed. A
Yeah,
little bit.
that's why I wouldn't take him. Like if I'm the Giants, I'm not.
He ain't
trading for
washed.
him.
I
Because
don't
he's
think
not
he's. I
Russell
don't think he's
Wilson
washed.
But
I
you still,
just-
you still
He's
need
not the
to pay
Russ
him,
of
man.
2014 when he won the Super Bowl, but he ain't.
I just
washed.
feel like if you're gonna give a you better be a team ready to win if you're gonna go trade for Russ because
The Bucks.
Bucks would be perfect.
If he went to the
That would
Bucks,
be
it was-
great.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think about
That
that.
would be perfect.
I didn't even. Wow.
That whole
I didn't think about that.
whole other dimension because he's not just a pocket passer.
No.
Like he gets out of the pocket.
Oh no, he's great, Russ.
Brady stayed in that motherfucker. with
Steelers?
center blocks on his feet.
Steelers have the weapons. They have a good defense. I mean, obviously,
This is
I think the
going bad.
the Bucks are better
This
fit.
is-
I'm just saying.
Well, then we get back into the AFC and how hard that is. I think if
I'm more worried about Rodgers than
it
Russell
would
Wilson.
be, it would be
Absolutely.
it would be better off for him. I guess the Seahawks probably wouldn't trade him into the NFC anyway.
Or imagine a Seahawks Green Bay swap. That'd be insane.
Seahawks
Okay.
would.
Well, Rodgers would make more out of that than
Seahawks would be so good.
Oh yeah, Aaron
DK
Rodgers.
would have a.
Skill wise,
But then-
I think Aaron Rodgers is the best
Then-
quarterback of all time.
then
When it
you
comes to skill.
then you think Devontae. What if Devontae then goes to
Seattle.
Seattle too?
Seattle DK.
What they swap? Yeah, they do. Russell Wilson and DK for Rodgers and
Well, no, because
Adams.
Devontae's a free agent, so it wouldn't even
Yeah.
have to be a trade.
Well, it
could
depends
be,
on their cap.
but
I think
they-
they're
yeah,
hurting cap,
they-
dude.
they don't have the
Especially
money
if they go
like
trade
that.
for Rodgers. I mean, they either have Russell Wilson or Rodgers on their books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jamal Adams still there. Right?
Nobody
Yeah,
cares
that
about him.
man's
He's a
trash.
bum.
Get-
Blitz
get
boy.
him out of- He's making
Ah.
a bag though, ain't he?
Yeah, because
Get his ass out.
Seattle's
And
dumb.
the Jets are making bag from him too.
Yeah,
They got mad
literally.
picks and stuff. Right?
And then we got 2 first rounders for a safety, a box
Yeah.
safety.
A box safety.
Man
that
can't
just
even
hits
catch a
hard.
ball. He can't even.
But
He just lets it hit him in the
right
face.
in the
Yeah.
head.
Allen Robinson.
He's gone.
Oh man.
He's gone.
YJ.
I think
Is
he's
that smart for them?
he's gone, and he
Well,
has
we
a
need to-
comeback year
we,
next
we
year.
Need to put. We need to put.
He's gone. I'm keeping.
I guess
Mooney,
it's
baby.
it's a good time to go after him.
Our
Our
because-
GM, what he's been doing, our new GM, he's actually finally putting pieces around our quarterback rather than the past GM
They were just
stints
like-
where we draft D tackles
just-
every first round with 4 out of 5 years we drafted a D tackle or Jamal Adams. So we're finally building up our own line, finally putting pieces around him, drafting offensive talent. So I mean, and he said JD, the Jets GM, he said this year is going to be like he's going nuts this year, like in the off season.
I mean, it
Free
sucks.
agency, this is going to be a huge jump year because this is where you have to just put the gas forward and put everything around Zach Wilson to see what he has.
It
Does
sucks
anybody
for.
want to play for the Jets though? You know.
I mean,
If you're getting
I mean,
bad,
yeah. Do you think these? I mean,
And
obviously-
Robert Sala is a very respected head coach. If we signed players when Gase was our head coach, I think we can get players with Sala. Sala's like one of the most respected guys in the NFL right now.
honestly, after that year, they probably get him for cheap too.
I was gonna say it sucks
Yeah.
for Allen Robinson because this was his
Oh,
make or
shit.
break year,
Yeah,
and he had a very very bad year.
I think
so
I
now
think he
he's
has a
definitely
comeback
not
year
gonna-
next year.
Yeah, but he's definitely not going to get the
Maybe
bag
not
that
if he goes to the Jets,
He probably
but-
deserves.
Zach Wilson breakout year next year. Don't worry.
It's his second year. Should be.
No, sophomore slump, bro.
Every year slump for that guy.
Jadavion Clowney.
Where'd he even? I don't even
He's
know
on
where
the
he
Browns.
finished the
He's on
year.
the
Cleveland, I
Browns.
think, right?
He's on the Browns.
Cleveland, yeah. Him and Miles
Oh,
Garrett. That would have
man.
been nasty. Like when Clowney was an animal, like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't
With
know.
the
That's
Texans.
tough.
he's probably going to stay. Honestly,
He
I
probably
don't know.
Is
What,
that-
are,
that's
what,
a-
are the, what are the Browns going to do?
yeah, I
just
feel like that's
they're
actually-
just falling apart.
That anything can
Going
happen
back to
with
the
him. I feel
quarterback
like
again.
Yeah.
Get rid of that bum, Baker.
because now you got
Replace him
What
with
are your
you.
options?
you got him on you got him on the
There's a ton of
DN,
options
right?
out there. This
What's
year's
the
going to be
edge?
crazy with quarterbacks. It's going to be a
Go back
domino
to it.
effect. Someone's going to get something. Like, quarterbacks are going to go crazy this
He's
offseason.
an edge.
If he's an edge, I would not mind at all for the Bills to go after him.
Who, Clowney?
Like, 'cause we need an edge rusher.
I mean, he's probably going to want to go to a winning team, so.
I wouldn't mind
He,
it at
he
all.
just had to suffer on the Texans and then got traded to the fucking Browns.
Yeah.
That's not an upgrade. So
Well, when he was on the Texans, they were.
I mean, for a
Okay.
couple
I
of
mean,
years,
he made the playoffs last year with the Browns.
Oh, we forgot about Deshaun Watson. Is he
Miami.
getting arrested if he's not getting arrested?
I don't know. I was talking about this with Brandon actually the other day because I thought he was. I was under the assumption that like he was gonna get off on all these, but apparently he's already like offered plea deals to a couple of the girls. So which means that
Really?
he is guilty for at least however many
I
he's
mean,
gonna offer.
He's
plea
flying
deals
under the
for.
radar a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in sports, when you're a really good quarterback, if he somehow settles this without the media blowing up
Yeah.
on him, he'll get a spot. somewhere.
Apparently
And did we get any news on Alvin Kamara yet? And what's going on with him?
no, there hasn't been that I've seen. There hasn't been any like breaking news about him. So
Before switching over, going back to Watson, if he does stay, like if he's fine, able to play, and able to go to another team, like I feel like Miami's got. All we
That
heard
was
about
the
last year
rumor.
was
Like,
Miami,
that was the
Miami,
rumors
Miami.
last
Yeah, I
year.
don't think he's
yeah,
gonna
but that
stay.
there was I don't
Well,
remember
not staying.
exactly
He's,
which
like, he's
way.
able to stay in the league.
I don't remember which way it was, but that's one of the main reasons that Flores is gone
Yeah, 'cause
now
he didn't like
because
Tua.
it was
Wonder
either
why.
the GM or the owner didn't like
He's the most accurate
Watson
passer in the league.
and what's his name and Flores did.
It's garbage.
He's
So
most
they were like
football.
beefing over that. So they're like,
Yeah, and I
Curb.
mean,
And now
Flores
he'll
is
never
suing
get a
the
job again.
NFL.
He'll never get another head coaching job.
you don't think
Who?
so?
Flores.
No, I feel like he will.
He did the same thing Kaepernick did. Kaepernick did it while he was still playing. He didn't get another opportunity after that. Flores is pulling. He's not pulling the same car, but it's in the same realm. About
I mean, it
race and
depends
stuff.
on what happens with the lawsuit, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously a chance that he'll get a head coaching job after that, but it depends how long this lawsuit takes too.
Yeah, and
lawsuits
how it
aren't
goes,
quick.
yeah.
It's not like by
Especially
the
big
beginning of
lawsuits like
next
this,
season.
like-
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be a very very long procedure for
Yeah.
that.
We're gonna forget about it, and then it's
And
gonna
that's
pop
That
up out
whole
of nowhere.
situation was a mess. How did Belichick find out?
Well, these guys all
They
text
all
each
talk.
other.
Yeah,
front
they- I
office
mean-
guys, they all know stuff that
But
we don't find out until
if
a
that
month
wasn't
later.
out,
Yeah, exactly.
somebody
The
in the
front
Giants
o-
front office is texting Belichick. Yo,
Belichick
No, he's-
runs that roster though.
No, somebody somebody on the Giants.
Patriots roster.
Yeah, I'm saying, how did he find out from the Giants?
Well,
'Cause
somebody
they
on
all
the
talk.
Giants. They all
People
talk. Somebody
talk.
on the Giants probably told somebody in the front office of the Patriots, and then somebody in the
honestly,
the Patriots front office tells.
I don't think it was so much the Giants.
I don't know what it was.
It's
I don't think it was the Giants.
It's a division rival coordinator leaving. I think it's from the Bills side, to where he finds out
could
that a
be.
division rival is losing their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I think that's where it comes from. I don't think it's so
Could be.
much the Giants. I
That's
mean,
right.
that's just my opinion now.
I don't know how the hell we got there from Jadeveon Clowney, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Tyrann Matthew,
He
another
stays.
free agent.
I saw
He stays.
a thing on Twitter. I
Dude, he
believe
loves Kansas.
it was the Ravens. Someone made it was a really nice edit of like him in a Ravens shirt and everything. And he replied. He didn't say obviously about going there or anything, but he did reply. He said, "You guys are relentless. ... I love it." Does that mean he's leaving? No, obviously not.
Nah.
But I could see him moving on.
Anything
I
could
don't know.
happen.
He
in the
loves
NFL.
Kansas City, man.
He does love it in Casey.
I mean, how can you not? They're a powerhouse team.
But also,
Everybody
Pat
loves
Mahomes
it.
goes from like 10 million on the books to 40 million next year. His
Exactly.
contract kicks in.
So that's what I'm saying.
Deal.
I think he's gone, and it's not really his
I'm not gonna
choice.
do all that.
Yeah.
I'm like the names
They
that
just
I
need
know.
money to pay Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless he's gonna have to take
a.
a big cut to go back there.
So definitely got to see with that. This offseason, I think, is going to be crazy.
I think it's gonna be a great offseason. I'm so excited for this
Mike
offseason.
Gesicki, not like a huge name, but a very good tight end.
Very
good tight end,
Dude, that man puts up 25 fantasy points
And then
or
zero.
zero.
Dude, that
Like-
man, he's like the number 5 tight end in fantasy this year. That's my guy. Penn State alum.
He's from Penn State?
Yeah. He played right next to Saquon.
Damn.
I know a team
mean,
that needs a tight end in New Jersey. The Giants.
Again, there's 2 of them. That stadium needs a lot of players. You could combine both the
No, I
Jets
was
and
gonna say
Giants. They're a
that.
6-win team.
Are they a playoff team if you combine the Jets and the Giants?
I think there's 7 wins at most there.
I don't really know
it's-
much about Gesicki and like his whole
He's
situation.
an athletic.
so I
He's an
don't-
athletic tight end.
I know
Can't
that. It
block.
says
He's
right
a
here-
receiving tight end.
It says
Can't block.
he attempts to make the infamous
He's
Jimmy
staying.
Graham argument that he should be considered a wide receiver for franchise tag purposes and not a tight end.
Yeah, then we have Giants don't need on. We
Yeah,
had
he's a
everything.
straight. He can't really
fucking
block or anything. He's skinny. He's got great hands, and he's
Is he
athletic for a
fast?
tight end. He's pretty fast for a tight end. It's not like crazy. He's not gonna beat a top corner down the field.
Yeah.
He's pretty quick for a tight end. He's a skinny guy. He's an
Isn't
athletic
Ingram? Evan Ingram?
guy. Yeah.
Is he still locked down?
That
who
guy
cares?
sucks.
You better
He
hope
sucks.
not.
He's gonna be playing in Canada next year.
For
Oh,
real.
yeah, is the XFL still around? That's his
XFL.
best
I
shot.
don't even
What
know
are the
if
other
he would
ones?
even get
He's gonna be in the
roster spot.
CFL.
That man's gonna bring back the Arena Football League.
Dude's
Yeah,
got
college
the
eligible.
definite.
All right.
Free agents.
Evan Ingram.
I mean, we kind of talked about him a little bit earlier, but not really. We were talking about the Cowboys. Dalton Schultz is a free agent.
They re-sign him.
They're begging him up.
Absolutely re-sign him.
Can't lose him.
I'd be
So now,
shocked.
who else do they have as free agents? Because they could just tag them.
Who, Dallas?
I don't know.
Like, I wonder
is
what
Amari
other-
a free agent this year?
I am not
I feel like he
sure.
would have been higher on this list than I'm looking if he was a free agent.
I know there was talks about moving Amari though, whether he moves himself or he gets moved.
If he's a
elsewhere.
free agent, I'd feel like
Um,
you tag Schultz because Schultz is going to be more
Right
money
here,
than Amari.
I got the list for Keanu Neal. Leighton
Van Der
Vander
Esch. Ooh,
Get him out of there, man. How old is he now?
He's
he's
young.
young.
He's
Yeah.
He's like 3 years into the league.
Yeah,
man.
dude, he's young.
isn't he?
He
hurt,
had a
like,
he had a
every
neck.
single
He
year?
battled a neck injury, but he's still a solid linebacker.
DeMonte KZ,
He signed.
Randy
Amari Cooper
Gregory.
signed a 5-year contract.
Billy Cooker.
And what year?
Oh, Gallup.
Michael
Oh,
Gallup.
Gallup's a
2020.
free agent.
You tag Dalton Schultz over him, in my opinion.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Gallup was also hurt.
Can you only tag one person
I
Yeah.
believe so.
on your team a year?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
and that
So it
player can only be tagged once.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you can't tag him 2 years in a row.
That's why I think you tag Dalton Schultz. You try to re-sign Gallup for cheaper, and then next year you could pay Dalton Schultz.
But it also goes how much cap do the Cowboys actually have? They could be. I think the Cowboys are actually screwed in cap space right now.
Probably, yeah.
So they have a lot of guys. They have a lot of
Yeah,
guys.
it gives
getting paid
A
money.
projection of 4 years, $52 million is probably what he's going to be offered around.
Dalton
That's
Schultz?
Gallup or
No,
Schultz?
Dalton Schultz.
It's respectable. That's a respectable price for him.
13 million a year,
He's a great tight end.
which is more than the franchise tag would be. It's like 10 million for the franchise
The
tag.
cap space is $21 million.
I don't know how that shit works, Justin. the guy for that? I don't fucking understand cap space. Dude.
Yeah,
Like I understand like there's a. I don't know.
Cap is the amount of money you have left remaining.
Cap space. Okay. So with contracts, you have a certain. It raises every year. It's a percentage of the league's revenue.
Yeah.
Cap space. So it's a certain percentage of the league's revenue. You can't spend over that amount on players. There is certain exceptions, like obviously, like
That's
a lot of
luxury then, right?
quarterbacks. Well, there's a luxury tax too, but there's a lot of players in the league, like quarterbacks, who get signed, right? Like, and they're what's the word? It's like a back end contract. So Pat Mahomes, even though his average salary per year is going to be like $50 million a year,
like
it's like I think its average is $50 million a year.
Mhm.
But like next year he'll make like 45. The year after that
Oh,
he'll
and
make
then
like
one year he'll
47,
make like
49.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes up. So like while they have cap, if they sign 3 big contracts, those guys down the line, their contracts might be crazy, and they might be crazy over the cap.
Mhm.
And also you get a little bit of not sure football. I know the NBA, you get leeway with re-signing your own players.
You know,
Not sure about football.
it's funny.
Cap.
Yeah.
It's funny what I just.
Like
Not
in the
that I
NBA,
just
you're allowed to go
realized
over
it.
your salary cap
I
to
never really
re-sign your
thought
own
about
players.
it until I started playing like Madden franchises and I started like signing players.
Yeah.
That like, I mean, you sign Dalton Schultz to a 4-year, $52 million deal. This is gonna sound really stupid, but like obviously you're only taking 13 mil off of your cap space every year if he gets 13 mil every year. At first I was like, oh, you can only sign like 2 players in Madden because he's got a
No.
$52 million
No,
contract,
yeah,
but it's
it
like
goes-
per
yeah, it
year,
goes by
obviously.
year. It goes by
I-
year.
it
But you
just-
have, I know what you're talking about.
But that's why you see a lot of players, like random players, get cut during the offseason.
Yeah.
Teams try to get caps so
Yeah.
they can re-sign players and sign players that they
Yeah.
need.
That's what the Giants are looking to do.
Imagine it was the other way.
But
Oh
the-
my God, Patrick Mahomes is getting $500 million this year.
That's triple my cap.
Oh God. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Melvin Ingram III is.
Yeah,
Another
he's a
edge
defen-
rusher.
defensive
Chargers.
end,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's edge rusher there. Bills, like you said before.
I
another free
dude,
agent.
we definitely need an edge rusher. We need an edge rusher bad. And then I saw in the mock draft, the first round, the Bills were taking a corner, which I'm cool with too.
Andrew Booth.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Clemson.
Clemson guy. Because
Yeah,
we're gonna
David
need a
Love's
corner. Because like
voice.
what if you go up to that like it says, go down.
What?
Like it says, Levi Wallace is a free agent,
Take, like,
so we don't know if we're gonna be able to resign him. And yeah,
Wallace.
Trey White, another one coming off a torn ACL. I freaking miss Trey White.
He's nasty.
I cannot wait for him to come back.
Oh, jeez. For some reason, I was like, who the hell is... I was thinking, like,
Nah,
basketball. For
I
some
can't
reason.
wait for
White.
Trey White to come back.
Trey Young. There's Gallup right there. We already talked about him
Yeah.
a little bit. Antonio Brown.
He's
Antonio
gone.
Brown.
He's out of the league.
He's signed with Baltimore. Bro.
See ya.
No one's taking AB.
guess that's
I'll bet money
I
on it.
wouldn't-
No one is. AB is not going to be back in the league.
I think if he's
Brady
back
was
in the
his last
league,
chance.
Dude,
Brady
he
was the one
always-
that.
But his chance, he was
Eh.
putting up like decent numbers. It
Yeah,
was
because
just
he's a
his-
very
it
good
was-
wide
it was
receiver.
just
No
up
one's
here
going
that
to take
was
a
bad.
risk
wild.
on that. The only reason he got a chance is because Brady put in a word for him.
Yeah.
Arians did not.
he was
want
living
him.
with Brady.
Yeah, Arians.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why was he living with Brady?
Because he's trying to help him. Brady was
Yeah.
genuinely trying to help him also since he's helping him win a Super Bowl too. But AB is done in the
Psycho.
league.
He's
After he
psycho.
pulled what he pulled against the Jets, when he literally stormed out in the middle of the game.
That was awesome.
That was
After
I had fun
all-
watching that
it's not-
live. I was
it's
like,
not-
what the hell's going on?
That was
Obviously, it's
so
not his
funny.
first rodeo with pulling crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So he's done in the league. I get AB is never gonna
His
get another
excuse,
chance.
he was like, "What else was I supposed to do?" He told me to get the fuck off the field. He's like, "All right, say less."
He's crazy.
That's some
dude.
shit you pull in middle school.
yeah, like he.
You just quit mid game.
Oh, you told me I
Your
had to
mom's
leave.
calling you. Time to leave.
On a serious note, I actually kind of feel bad for AB. He has some mental
He's got
issues.
some
I think
stuff going on up there.
Perfect kind of
Yeah.
rattled his head a little
Yeah.
bit.
He
With
did
that
little
hit
too
that
much.
shit,
I think
like,
it was the
That
weight.
was-
I think that was.
I think it was the weights.
Matt, he hasn't
You
been
see that
since-
video?
Yeah, the weights.
Okay, yeah,
the
we-
weights, dude.
This
That
man's
thing
getting
goes
hit in the head almost
up.
every day with something.
That had to crush his head.
called as the owner or GM or white supremacist
Yeah,
or something
Gruden was
like
on
that.
the phone. He's like, "What the fuck are you do? You want to play football or not?"
He wasn't playing for his helmet,
Yeah.
and then his
Oh.
cleats, like he got bad, whatever,
Oh
foot
yeah,
burn
yeah,
or
something about
something.
his helmet.
But I mean, yeah, even
Bro, I remember
even
your
before
ass
that.
drafted him.
Yeah.
And then AB was like done for the season. I remember also going to
Oh,
Florida.
this
You
was
texted
when
on the plane.
was
You
this
gotta
this
go.
when he said he wasn't playing because of the helmet?
Yeah. He's never getting another.
I
chance in the
also
NFL.
remember-
Did he play with Oakland at all?
no,
Did he get any snaps?
no.
don't
I
think
think
so.
he played preseason. But I remember a couple months before that, or a month before that,
Waste.
getting a call from actually David as I forgot where I was driving to, whatever it was. David goes, "Yo, you check Twitter? Now what's up? AB just went to the Bills." I'm hyped up. I hang up. I call Trav immediately. Like, let's go. We got Antonio Brown. I'm ready to order this man's jersey. Then he comes out. No, I'm not going there. Yeah, good. We don't want you, bro. Look at you now. Look at us now. You bum ass.
Yeah, dude. AB, he's done in the league. No one's giving him a chance anymore.
Good. You could somehow the rules switch where you could sign like a day-to-day contract.
Like a 10-day contract.
Yeah.
Like the NBA.
A 5-game deal.
But it's just, it seems like his...
1 month
See where
contract.
his head is in the first half of the season.
Well, didn't they want to, during COVID protocols this year, the Saints wanted to bring back Drew Brees for 1 game. They wanted to sign him a 1-game contract.
No.
David, the Sixers did that with Iverson.
Yeah.
They were actually wanted to bring him back, and David Silver was like, no. Adam Silver was like, no, what the fuck is his name? Adam Silver.
Yeah.
He's, like, no. He's 40 years old. You see him at the sideline in the game, he was high as fuck. He's not fit to play an NBA game.
Alright, you guys want to talk the draft now?
Yeah, so I wanted to mention it before.
As much as you want.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the draft.
I wanted to mention it before once we brought up Gesicki, but I didn't want to go off track. Like, hanging on to tight ends, I saw in the mock draft, he was a 3rd-round pick. The local boy, Jeremy Ruckert.
Ooh.
Jeremy Ruckert. Okay. He's definitely gonna get drafted.
Yeah, I saw 3rd round.
So
Where'd he go?
Lindenhurst.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
was
best. Isn't he
Ohio
good
State.
friends with Manger?
Yeah.
Go to the
not,
3rd
good
round. See what
friends,
team
but,
he goes to.
Acquaintances.
They
They know each other.
Like,
Yeah,
they
round
played
3.
baseball
Yeah.
together.
He
and
went
stuff
like
like
early
that.
3rd round. Keep going.
But you always have to root for the hometown boy, man.
Yeah.
Or
Unless
close
he's a
to your
cocky.
hometown.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know him.
But he's like,
Yeah, all right, so they have him going pick 90th overall,
Tennessee.
3rd round to the Titans.
it's a good spot for him.
That is a good spot.
He's more of a receiver than like really a tight end.
Before this year with Dawson Knox breakout year, I wanted the Bills to go after because I thought he was going to go into the draft last year. I didn't think he was going to stay for his senior year.
He's got no strengths or weaknesses. It's undefined right now.
He's just too good.
But they didn't even do the combine yet.
No.
So that's when all the strengths weaknesses will come out with the combine and everything like that. But it's going to be exciting to see where he goes because, like I said, he's a local boy. And then next year, depending on what happens, or it might even be this year. I don't even know if he's going to the draft or whatever.
Who?
If he is, he's going to be a late round pick if he's even drafted. Jack Cohn.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about that. I was just thinking about that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this year he's in the draft.
Yeah.
If he gets drafted, it'll be late round in my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
he'll be always.
he could be signed
I think-
undrafted.
Practice
Stringer,
squad.
yeah.
Kind of guy.
He could be an
I think he's going to be an undrafted free. He'll get a chance on a practice squad or something
Where
like that.
do you go? Notre Dame?
He played
He
at
started at
Wisconsin first.
Wisconsin
He transferred
and
to
Notre
Notre Dame, which
Yeah.
I think
they
is
were
a bad
good.
decision for him.
They were good.
They were good, but like as a quarterback in that system, I feel like
I thought he played better with Notre Dame than he did with
100%.
Wisconsin.
I think they were gonna move on from him with Wisconsin anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
really?
the guy that they started this year, Wisconsin, was like a stud, and he was like a freshman or redshirt freshman or something.
Sayville, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
man threw for like 500 yards every year he played us.
I
yeah,
mean,
he went for the in the first half.
Yeah.
He was crazy to watch.
And he was like rushing for like 100, right? He was everywhere.
He was insane to it. The man was on the MSG varsity bus. Like literally the bus was like
Wasn't
his
he
picture.
training with like who was he training with? Some
Dude, he left
Hall
high-
of Fame
Dude,
quarterback.
he was a 5-star or a 4. He was either a 4 or 5-star recruit.
Yeah,
from
I think
I
was
think
like-
it
he
was
left-
Namath
he
or
left
something
high
like
school early to go.
Namath,
to,
bro.
Yeah,
That man
definitely
needs a
not
walker to
Joe
get around.
Joe Namath is hammered about 97% of the day.
I forget who he was like messing around with.
Guy's 90
He was
now.
training in the Giants facility over in up
Oh yeah,
in,
all those big like recruit
whatever-
quarterbacks,
whatever
they
East
work out with
Rutherford.
the same trainers.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with basketball. They had, I forgot the guy's name, Brickley.
Chris Berkeley.
Yeah, they all work. A lot of players and stuff work out with similar guys, and like especially guys that are coming up,
Guy
like
from
big time
yesterday.
recruits.
Yeah.
They're gonna work out with similar. Like there's a group of quarterback coaches that are well renowned around the country. That if you're known as an upcoming recruit in high school, you're probably gonna work out with one of those guys.
I hope Cohen gets drafted. That'd be cool.
That would be pretty dope.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool to see him. So
Always rooting for the home.
we never played
Falcons
Rucker,
could use him.
but we played Cohen.
I think you need a lot more than Jack Cohen
Yeah.
for the Atlanta Falcons.
I thought the Jets had 2 top 10 picks. Do
They
they
do.
not?
They have
Unless the
4.
Seahawks pick fell out.
They
See,
have
now
4,
it-
what I'm seeing is they have 4 and they have 20.
See that now. See that if you look at the
Jeff London.
if
No,
you look at
I think they're predicting the Jets to trade up.
yeah. See now this one how it says this one is the
Projected
20th pick.
trade.
It was a trade with the Steelers.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
Steelers jump
They're
up because
they're-
they want a
have
quarterback.
4 and 10.
I drafted Drake London in Madden. He's beast.
So they have 4 and 10. The
think
Giants
that's what
are
they
right
go
now
off of?
sitting at 5 and
Probably.
7.
5 and 7.
Yeah, the Giants have number
Damn.
5 and number 7, which is absolutely nuts to
Icky,
me.
I like this kid. Thibodeau.
Unless that's a trade.
He's a
Thibodeau.
beast
Thibodeau.
too.
Oregon,
He's
yeah.
a beast
The
too.
Giants,
You
they
go
say
down.
6. Giants at 5. They have a chance to get
Go
him.
down a little bit. I don't know exactly what pick he was. See there, you got Pickett going to 9th overall to the
Denver.
Broncos, then 10th.
But yeah,
I don't like this pick if this
Pickett
is true.
slides.
10th overall, the Steelers. The Steelers trade up to the 10th to get Sam Howell. Personally, do not they think there's better quarterbacks than him? In this mock draft, the first quarterback they have is that kid going from Liberty. I don't think he's the
Wow,
best
just feel
quarterback.
Malik Willis?
Yeah,
right?
I just
don't
feel like
think he's the
I
best
just feel like
quarterback
this
in the
is not a
draft.
good
What do you think
quarterback
is?
class.
I like
Corral?
Pickett over him. I like
Pickett.
Corral over him. I don't like Sam Howell getting picked top 10.
I'm not much of like a
But go down.
prospects
Keep going.
coming into the league kind of guy, so
Yeah.
this is more.
He's
of like,
good. Derek Singletary.
I know my
Clemson
Clemson
Bingley
boys.
Jr.
so
to
Man,
so
I know
that'd be a
some-
great
I know
pick.
some
Keep going
others.
now. I forgot what team he goes to. My
Ooh,
boy.
I like him.
My boy going 17th overall to the Chargers, Jordan Davis. The
Oh.
guy is a fridge with
Wow.
legs.
You know what's
He's
crazy?
an
to me is
animal.
What I
Dude's a
see
fridge with
here.
legs.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Which
Fucking
could be-
Evan Neal, too.
Oh, that would be a
He's-
great pick for the Jags.
like a
They
Mekhi
need a
Becton.
line. Yeah,
Dude's massive.
you have him protecting Lawrence.
Evan Neal.
If they don't take him first overall, and I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm calling front office
Dude's
immediately.
6'7",
Like-
350.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
yeah.
insane.
That's Mekhi
Imagine
Becton.
being that big.
Becton's
That's what like
what is
Jordan
that,
Davis
6'8"?
is.
He's 6'7", like 350.
Yeah.
too.
That's like Jordan Davis, but on instead of offense, he's
That
defense.
is
It's
just
insane.
nasty. Just big.
It's just scary
Bears.
big, dude. It's
Literally.
scary
I think
big.
Kids are younger than us.
If
Yeah,
they
I know.
if they draft
sad.
well, this is a playoff team. The,
And we're out of
the
our
Eagles
prime.
Eagles have picked 15, 16, and 19.
Really?
Yes, they have 15 from Miami, 16 from
They got
Indianapolis, and then they
Like
have
Rico.
Who they take
19
15?
themselves.
They got 16. They say
If they have
trade
all
with the
three-
Eagles.
If they have all those
Yeah, they
three,
have-
if they have all
Oh,
those three,
okay.
picks, I could see them
Cool.
trading up, packaging 2 of those picks, to try to get it into the top 10.
Or you could package picks for a player, like a current
But
player.
what kind of player do you think is going to suit them to trade 2 of those picks for a top 10 pick?
It depends how their front office or scouts feel. If they really think they have an opportunity to get someone at like 9 or 10 or like a few picks ahead of them, I can see them packaging those picks to move up 5 spots to go get someone they really think is going to fit into their
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, I just most of the time I feel like those kind of players you see on like the offensive side. I mean, obviously there's a lot of very good defensive players, right?
Yeah, it's
But
a good
I
defensive
feel like
draft.
keeping the 15, 16, and because they don't have a good defense, we all know that.
Nah.
Taking 15, 16, and drafting 2 very good defensive players, and then maybe also at 19 too, because they have a good offense.
Yeah.
Maybe they need I don't know if
Maybe-
they need a line.
I was say
or
maybe
not.
15, 16, you get back-to-back solid defense players. Then maybe at 19, you take someone to help Devonta Smith out.
I
You
mean,
got
What are their other wide receivers? I really don't
They
know.
have Rieger.
Rieger, yeah.
everything.
Ray Gore.
He's a savage. He's nasty.
I mean, they have another
He's
team
so
with a
bad.
very good tight end.
I don't know
and,
how he was in the first
what's
round,
his
I
name?
think.
Dallas
Yeah.
Goddard.
He's bad.
Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, I mean Dallas Goddard's a solid tight end.
You also got to think of it though, like they don't throw the ball that much. Are they really gonna go try to get another person to help out Devonta
Yeah,
or
that's
Devonta
true.
when they don't throw the ball? I mean, he was my fantasy quarterback. The only reason he did good is because he ran the ball himself.
Yeah, I mean Hurts is a great mobile quarterback.
He had like 12,
He's
14
a great
rushing
improviser.
touchdowns.
That's the
Yes.
word for.
You pick 8. Do you think it's time for Atlanta to start looking for
Yes.
another option to throw the ball?
Yes.
They don't go one here.
No, not at 8. I don't
Dude,
think
they
do.
have so much to deal with. They still need
They
a
need
the
defense and
Falcon-
offensive line.
They
The
need a
Falcons need to
quarterback.
just completely blow it up.
You need a
They're
quarterback.
At the point of a
You need
rebuild. They're
who's their running back?
Cordero
Cordell
Patterson. And
He's
Mike
also
Davis.
the running back, the
But-
receiver, the punt return, the kick
the
return.
Falcons are at the
They're
point
safety,
where
Water,
quarterback.
water boy.
He's-
whatever assets the Falcons still
the
have, they
GM.
need to just start. They need to start bringing in picks and just going on a complete
Did they-
So
rebuild.
you
Did
think
they
they should get
trade
rid
away
of Calvin
Julio?
Ridley?
Or did he leave?
I think
Who
so,
even
yes.
knows what's gonna happen with Calvin Ridley?
I mean,
Yeah,
he'll be
that's true.
back. I think he'll be back, but it's just nobody knows
But if you
when.
can get any value, I mean, what's
I mean,
going
I
on
think
with quarterbacks this offseason. I don't know if Matt Ryan has a crazy amount of value, but if you can get any value out of
Probably
him,
not.
I think they're gonna stick with him for a year or two.
I mean, yeah,
I don't see the point.
they gotta have
I
another.
think what he's saying is true. I think there are there's probably like 5 teams, maybe more, that would go after Matt Ryan as their quarterback over guys like I don't know.
Besides
Cam
Ryan,
Newton,
I mean,
guys like that.
Because the
Patterson
Falcons-
boosted up
Yeah.
everything that.
The Falcons are at a spot where they're just a horrible team
Yeah.
with
Sorry.
a decent to good
Our
quarterback.
teams all suck
Yeah,
too, except
and
for them, right?
Ridley's, but like we said, we don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson's probably the only person that just raised his trade value
Yeah,
through the roof.
You think Matt Ryan still has more to prove, or do you think like
Nah,
He
he's
has-
done.
he has nothing left.
if he gets a word of like them possibly moving him, he just calls it quits?
I don't think he calls it quits.
I feel like
Yeah.
he's just that guy that like doesn't want to play for another
But
team.
what does he have to prove?
I'm just saying, like he
That
he
can
just
win a
seems like the
Super
type
Bowl,
of
I don't
guy.
fucking know.
He seems like the guy to me that wouldn't want to play for another team, and I respect that. That's loyal.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
So that's
Yeah,
why-
but if they're
nothing
gonna
to
ship
prove.
him, it's
But I
not
mean,
his fault if he's got to
But
go
even
play
if they
for
don't
another
ship
team.
him, they need to start looking for their next option at quarterback. They need to go through a rebuild.
They need
I don't
they
think it's
literally
this
need
year, though.
everything.
Like you